All right, welcome one and all to the F1 Wannabes Racing League here on F1 2019. My name is Racer X. I am the commentator for the Wannabes Racing League. So today we are going to be racing in Great Britain in Silverstone International Circuit. Let's just give you a little recap of what happened from last week's race. Of course, from last week's podium position drivers. So who won the race last week was Gamingberg, gaining his first ever win as a reserve driver, and also gaining the first win for Haas this season. And second was S.J. Schmidt, and in third was Alex, gaining his, I believe that was his first ever podium so far this year. So what is the standings currently ranked right now? Well, as we stand in the F1 Wannabes Racing
Emoji
League.
banana, emoji birthday cake, emoji pie.
Thank you, Banana Cake, for that. So Dougie Falcon's currently leading the way with over 21 points ahead of XJ Schmidt. Banana Cake Pie in third behind 32 points. And in fourth is Toes Rudy behind 46 points. And Danny Rick behind in 71 points. And currently in the constructors is the McLaren team, currently leading by 15 points over Mercedes. Williams in third and Racing Point in fourth. And followed by Alfa Romeo. So to keep a note, though, too, for today's qualifying session.
Emoji banana, emoji birthday cake, emoji pie.
I'm reading the comments. Thank you, Banana Cake Pie, for that. Anyway, so the quali bands. There's two quali bands for today from two drivers. From row E, he's the first one. He had an incident with Banana Cake Pie in last week's race in Germany. So he got a 15-second time penalty, and also having a quali ban for multiple incidents in the last few races. And the next one is Robin Hood Lawyer. He also has a quali ban as well. He is the reserve driver today for Red Bull Racing, since we don't have MJ Coleman racing today. He also has a quali ban because of resetting on the track, which is the number one rule. You cannot reset on the track whatsoever. So, with that being said, we got almost a full grid, about 19 drivers. And now we got Dougie Falcon, who is our current points leader, is actually going to be qualifying this time. The last two races he has not qualified. He usually would come in like in the very last minute. So this is his first quali since the last two races. So it looks like we've got, apart from that, it looks like we got a normal grid, except for the Gaming Burger is taking over an Alfa Romeo for the Schmeg. He will not be racing the Haas. Only one Haas today. Blue Dog is the only Haas driver. And it looks like we're getting drivers out already onto the track, as we will get ready to get started for the qualifying session here at Silverstone International Circuit. Of course, this would be a big race for two drivers, in particular Roe and Dougie Falcon, because both of them are British. So of course they would be big if you win obviously for your home country. So let's see if we can find anybody out. Looks like Danny Rick's the only one of the drivers out. Toad Rudy also, Gaming Burger, Alcatraz, Lunacy, and Sick and Destroy doing their outlaps. And of course, there is a lot of names too to these, to this track as well. I'll give you the rundowns of that. So, how big is the circuit? It's about 5.8 kilometers, 3.6 miles. There are 18 turns, and of course, the driver that has been the most successful in recent history has been Lewis Hamilton, of course, winning 6 times here in Silverstone. And also has a race lap record with a 127.3. So let me see if I can find anyone that's close. Let me get the telemetry out, and we will go ahead and give you the rundown of Silverstone. So I think let's see. Let's go ahead and use Gaming Burger. So we're going to go into the start of the straight. We're going to go towards Abbey. That's a quick turn, right-hand turn, followed by Farmer's Curve, then turn 2. Next up we got is the Village, which is a hard right-hand turn, followed by the Loop, and then into Antry, Of course, mod drivers will tend to clip that curve right there. You got to be careful not to clip that curve. Now we go towards the Wellington straight. Oh, a little close there from Gamingberg, trying to get that toe there from a Ferrari. Now we go into Brooklands. You tend to go understeer quite a bit though, but it's part of it. This second sector is pretty tricky. Followed by left field. You can understeer a little bit though in that gravel, so you got to be careful with that. Followed by the old start finish straight. Then we go in towards Cops. This way you have to stay on the curb, hard bank to the right side, rub the curb, but don't go out the curb. Your lap will be invalidated. Now we go to the famous section, Maggots and Beckett. And of course you got the left, right S's, followed by the end there, that is Chapel. Then we go on to Hanger Straight towards a hard right turn known as Stowe. Some drivers will tend to go a little bit off the curb, but sometimes there'll be cases like that. Your lap will not get invalidated because sometimes drivers will do that. Followed by the Vale Chicane, and then we go into the final corner of Clubs. So Gaming Burger comes across the line, and he gets pole 127.0 on the soft tires. Toes really falls behind him, 127.3. And then we see Rowie just doing an out lap. Let's see, I'm going to look at the Stick and Destroy. He's the closest towards the line, coming towards Clubs. I think there's another car ahead of him as well. That was Lunacy. He gets a lap down, so does him. 129.9 for Lunacy, 130.0 for Stick and Destroy. And it looks like we have, I think that looks like another, wait, hang on. I'm sorry, there's a Williams getting close. I think that might be Alex. Let's go and check on him for a little bit as he's coming towards the Vale Chicane. And we'll see what lap he will do. He's in the 122s at the moment, going towards Clubs. I don't think this will be a pole lap, but we'll see what goes on. 127.6, so he's about 6/10 slower than Gaming Burger. But right now, Williams hanging on in second and third at the moment. Now, I think that's the, looks like I think that was Toro Rosso that came across the line, but I don't think that Toro Rosso set a lap. That might have been Reedy who was invalidated. And yeah, it was. Alright, so we got, looks like an Alpha coming towards the line. That's actually going to the pits. Let's see. I'm thinking the Cake Pie is doing his lap. Nope, his lap got invalidated. Let's see, is Reedy doing a lap? No, he's doing, I already checked on him. He's not doing a lap. Lunacy looks like he's going to the pits. But it looks like that's a Mercedes coming towards the line. That might be Rogue. Let's see what lap he will do for the Mercedes on the medium tires. And out of Clubs, and he will get a 1 minute 30 on the medium tires. Pretty solid lap. So far we have yet to see at least 10 cars to do their times yet. Looks like another Renault just went across the line. That was, okay, for some reason, I don't know why it would not let me scroll up. But I think that was Alcatraz that went across the line there. He set a 128.8 on the medium tires. Hellbent just came across the line, 1 minute 53.9. He's probably going to have to do another lap there. He must have screwed up quite a lot. And I think, so we have a Red Bull that's doing an out lap. That's Harass. Dougie Falcon is out as well. He's doing his out lap for the time being. And I think we've got a Ferrari still out there. That's Hellbent. So far, not too much activity at the moment. And I think Blue, looks like there's a, looks like Alcatraz is still doing, is that? No, he's just got validated. So with 11 minutes to go into this, Gaming Burger right now is your pole sitter, and there is a caution in Sector 2. Looks to be Hellbent, who just spun at the Pups corner. I'm assuming what happened is that he must have clipped the grass and then spun out. Check out and see what cars are doing the lap. Hellbent's, well, I think he's going to go in the pits. There's a caution. Looks like there's an Alpha just letting some cars by. So far, no one really, except for maybe Harass. Harass is actually the only one that's doing a lap at the moment right now. He just going out of Puff's corner. We'll see what he does to Maggots and Beckett's. So far, he seems to be doing pretty good. A little bit of a downshift there out of the end of Beckett starts Chapel. He got a purple second sector, though. So far, it's looking to be a solid time. Now let's see what he does to Stowe. And he runs the curve just a little bit. Got a little bit of a touch of grass. Now he's going to come towards the Vale chicane. And we'll see what lap he can do for the Red Bull team. Coming out of clubs now. And he will set a 1 minute 27.5. 5/10 off of Gameberger, but splits the Williams. Dougie Falcon actually just did his lap too. A 1 minute 26.9 on the soft tires. So already he's lined up to be in pole position already. And it looks like we have a Haas coming towards the line. About to do his out lap. That's Blue Dog. I think that's a Williams that's coming towards the line, but I think that might be Rudy, but he's doing his out lap. There's a Renault, another Renault, but I think that's second straight. He's also doing his out lap. And Rogue's coming back out, and he's going to go try to do his run on the medium tires. Let's just ride with Blue Dog for a little bit, since it looks like he's the closest at the moment to at least set a lap. What it looks like. Or we'll see. Let me just check on real quick. Maybe Alex did a lap there. But I don't think he improved his time. Banana K-Pie just did his time. He did a 1:27.4. Only about 5/10 off of Dougie Falcon, but that puts him up into 4th. And Lunacy is coming towards the line now, and it looks like he doesn't improve. XJ is about to do his outlap. Gaming Burger sets another fast time. 1 minute 26.92. He's about 200ths faster now from Dougie Falcon. A solid lap there from the Alpha driver. Alright, let's see. There's a caution there in the Vale chicane, but I think that might have been Sick trying to get out of the way of Rogue. And it looks like he went a 1:29.2 on the medium tires. So it went faster than he did on the soft run. But that puts him up to 11th right now. So far, we have yet to have Rowie, Reedy, Towel, Cracker, Robin, and Robin. I forget it. He has a quali ban, so he will not do a lap. And XJ are the only cars to do the lap. And XJ has already invalidated his lap, so he will not do this lap right now. He's got 6.5 minutes to at least get a lap down. And let's see, we got Alcatraz doing his lap. Looks like a Ferrari's coming towards the line. It might be Hellbent. He's about to do his lap. I think there might be a Haas coming towards the line. That's Blue Dog. We'll see what he can do. And he just goes into the pits. Next one is Alex. Looks like, nope, actually I take that back. Rudy is the closest, but he also is going to the pits. There's Mercedes coming towards the start finish. That is Rogue. We'll see what he can do. So he's going to set another lap on the medium tires. So far he's got a 1 minute 30.5. And he goes 1:29.3, but does not move up in a position. Tal will do his lap now, but he's doing it on the hard tires, so maybe he's looking into maybe doing a hard strategy, which I I necessarily don't think that's necessary in Britain, but you never know. So we'll check on him in a little bit. Actually, when I listed the drivers, I forgot to mention Rowie. Rowie is also another driver that has a quality ban, in case you forgot to, did not listen to what I said earlier. But yeah. See, Hellbent's coming towards the line. Looks like he's about to. Looks like he did a lap there. He just did a 129.1, but does not improve on his positioning. So far a little bit quiet at the moment. And with 4.5 minutes to go, Gameburger right now retains pole position, about 200ths of a second up from Dougie Falcon with a 126.922. Dougie right now is in second, followed by. Sorry about the message. Third is Toes Rudy in third. Benak Apai in fourth, and in fifth is Alex. Harass in sixth, NBC Alcatraz in seventh, Danny Rick in eighth, Blue Dog in ninth, and Tay Lunacy rounding off the top 10. Alright, so Alcatraz looks like he's the closest to do a lap. We'll see what lap. Oh, he must have messed up. Okay, so looks like he won't do a lap then. Hellbent, I think he's going to go into the pits and get a new set of tires, so nothing so far yet happening. Tell didn't set a lap either, so he must have invalidated his lap. Rudy's doing his out lap, and Danny Rick is doing an out lap as well. So a lot of the drivers so far are just doing out laps. And with 3 minutes left, we have yet to have 3 drivers to do a time. And the only team not to do it is the McLaren team, to do an out lap, or to do a lap, excuse me. So basically what I'm going to be looking for, though, I would say in this race is I'm going to guess a lot of the drivers are going to go into a two-stop strategy. So maybe I'm thinking more towards a soft, medium, soft would be mostly the strategy if you're going to be doing like that. I think a two-stop strategy would be a little bit bold, but we'll see what goes on. But if they want to go even bolder, I would say one-stop strategy if you're on the soft tires, going from the softs to the mediums. And if you just tune in, welcome along. My name is Racer X, commentating for the Wannabes Racing League today. And this is round 9 of 13 of the F1 Wannabes Racing League. We are racing in Silverstone, Great Britain for the British Grand Prix. And currently right now, Gaming Burger is your pole sitter at the moment. Dougie Falcon in second, Rudy in third, Banana Cake Pie in fourth, and let's round out the top 5. All right, so now the driver's about to do their last laps of the qualifying session, so we will see what laps they can do. And if I'm correct, I think Gaming Burger, if he holds on to this, I think this would be his first ever pole position for the Wannabes Racing League. Dougie Falcon, we know, has the most poles. I think he's got at least, I think he's got 4 or 5 pole positions currently in the Wannabes Racing League. But last week we saw Alex get his first ever pole position in the Williams, and Danny Rick has retired from the session. I don't know what happened exactly. He must have invalidated his lap and just retired the car, but okay. So let's see. Looks like we're going to have a Renault coming towards the line. That is Sick and Destroy. He'll be the first across the line for his final lap. 10 seconds left on the clock. And Sick and Destroy will come across the line now. And he goes up into 10th, 128.8. Williams is following behind. And it's Alex who gets a 127.1 at a purple third sector. Third sector. Cracker's retired. Rudy is not going to set a lap for his final stint. Dougie right now is doing his lap. Rogue looks like he's the closest at least to do a lap, but his lap is invalidated. SJ Schmidt, who's coming out of Chapel now towards the Hanger Straight, got to at least get a lap down for the McLaren team. Cracker is the only one, besides the drivers that have a quali ban, to not set a qualifying lap. So let's see what XJ Schmidt can do on this turnaround. He comes around clubs, and he will set a 126.5. Oh, excuse me, 126.8. Dougie gets a 126.5. So Dougie is now on pole. SJ Schmidt is in second, and Gaming Burger in third. And Gaming Burger comes across the line, and he does not improve his time. And looks like we got Tal that went across the line. He's in 10th with a 127.9, and he did that on the medium tires. So he's in a I would say in a fairly good spot. So let's see, I think we got another Renault coming towards the line. Nope, Sick and Destroy just going into the pits to finish up his qualifying session. So Dougie right now is your pole sitter. And let's see if I can find anyone else that's doing a lap. It doesn't look like it. This doesn't look like anyone's doing the lap, so I think this will be the end of the qualifying session. So the British driver of Dougie Falcon, of course, our points leader, is now your pole sitter for the British Grand Prix. S.J. Schmidt, okay, well, that's not from the driver, though. That's just from the AI. But Tal's AI car just plowed in the back of XJ's, and the tire just went up to almost to the top of his car. That was interesting. So this is the running order now. Dougie Falcon in first, XJ Schmidt in second, Gaming Burger in third, Rudy in fourth, Alex in fifth, Banana Cake Pie in sixth, Harass in seventh, Alcatraz in eighth, Tay Lunacy in ninth, Very Lazy Towel in 10th, Danny Rick in 11th, Reedy in 12th, Sick and Destroy in 13th, Blue Dog in 14th, Helbin in 15th, Rogue Wing in 16th, Roe, who had a quality ban, is in 17th, Crackerjack, who did not do a lap, is in 18th, and Robin Hood rounds off the grid. So that is the grid looking into the British Grand Prix. And we'll see if I can get maybe a quick little interview with one of the drivers real quickly. Let me see here. Hey, Dougie Falcon, this is Racer X. Have you got a copy real quick? Okay. Can't get any hold. Right. Let me see if I can find anybody that I can at least interview. How about we go and let's interview someone that I haven't done that's in the top tier. How about we interview? Let's go and interview Harass, who actually had a pretty decent qualifying session. Hey, Harass, this is Racer X from the commentary booth. Have you got a copy?
What's up?
Have you got a copy?
Yeah.
So it looks like you had a pretty decent qualifying session. It's finishing up in 7th for the quali. Then the quality session. How do you feel in the race today?
Not too bad. Sort of don't like the car, but we'll
Hmm.
just have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you did kind of struggle a little bit in sector 2, but you set some purple times in sector 3. So will that maybe play to your advantage in terms of your pace?
I got purple first and second sector, but third one was screwed up. So
Oh, okay. Well, oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
should.
was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah, it was the second sector. I take that back correctly. So,
This car's really not my pace car, so just keep my nose clean and hopefully
mhm.
get further up the field.
Yeah, especially like going to the first corner towards Abbey. That's going to be like a really fast corner. So there may be some drivers that make mistakes. So, anyways,
Just try not to get any penalties and get up there soon.
I would agree on that. I mean, you are probably one of the drivers on the grid that gets the least amount of penalties. So, anyways, good luck to you for the rest of the race and have a good time.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So that was Harass of the Red Bull Racing. He is in 7th on the grid. So, it looks like we're getting the grid all set up and ready to go. Dougie Falcon in pole, XJ Schmidt in second, Gaming Burger in third, Rudy and Alex round out the 4th and 5th slots. Banana Cake Pie in 6th, Harass in 7th, NBC Alcatraz in 8th, Taylor Lucy in 9th, Very Lazy Towel in 10th, Danny Rick in 11th, Reedy in 12th, Sick and Destroy in 13th, Blue Dog in 14th, Hellbent in 15th, Rogue Wayne in 16th, Rowie in 17th, Crackerjack in 18th, and Robin Hood round off the grid. And of course, one of the most famous circuits on all of F1, we're going to get ready to get going in Great Britain here in Silverstone. 26 laps ahead of the drivers, and the 5 lights are about to come on. As quick light, and it's lights out, and away we go. A good start there from Dougie Falcon. And XJ Schmidt trying to get alongside him. He cuts back in the middle, right behind Dougie Falcon. Gaming Burger, a good start. Going wide there was Rudy. Rudy seems to slip back, and Alex moves back down to 6th place. Dougie Falcon, a good start there. Wheel-to-wheel battle there between, looks like Rudy and Banana Cake Pie. And Banana Cake Pie just slipped some ground, trying to get by the Williams. And Dougie Falcon and XJ Schmidt just running away so far. Dougie Falcon, a really good start down the Wellington Straight. Now we're going into Brooklands. Dougie Falcon, so far, it's 7/10 up, but he's got Gaming Burger right behind him, breathing down his neck. And the Williams, and it looks like Rudy just lost a bit of ground, going wide, out and towels up the session already, but I don't know why. It must have been internet issues. It's going to go wheel to wheel between Banana Cake Pie and Rudy through Cups. And can Rudy come out ahead? He just gets ahead, but I think he might have, okay, he might not have to get back to place, but he went completely wide through Cups. Now we're going to go through Maggots and Beckett's, down towards the Chapel and to the Hangar Straight. Dougie Falcon gained ground already. Up nearly a second down the Hangar Straight. Rudy already has yep, there it is. 5-second penalty, 1 place gain for the illegal passing. So Dougie Falcon now going down towards the Vale Chicane into the club's corner. Let's see what, and sets the leads the first lap of the race. Nearly, at least, and Gaming Burger just got by SJ Schmidt out of clubs and into 2nd place. 1.1 seconds separate between Dougie and Gaming Burger. But they're going to have to try to at least get a little closer if they want to get into the DRS of Dougie Falcon. And a little bit of position chase. NBC Alcatraz has slipped some ground. He's down into 9th place. Alex now has a 5-second penalty and a gained place. So he must have done an illegal overtake as well, and that's going to cost him as well, and the race. Rudy is now up to 4th, but Banana Cake Pie just right behind him into Brooklands, and I am not sure what's going on with Hellbent at the moment. He's down into 18th, down into the village turn, and I don't exactly know what happened. It looks like he has wing damage. Yes, he does, on the right side of his car. We're going to ride on board just a little bit with Gaming Burger as he just goes through Maggots and Beckett's. He looks like he's gaining a little bit, though, on Dougie Falcon. Just gained at least a 10th out of Maggots and Beckett's into now the Hangar Straight. But Dougie Falcon, he's got good straight line speed in that Mercedes towards Stowe and just trying to get more ground out of it. goes a bit wide, but you can't go wide there out of Stowe. And it looks like Lunacy just got ahead of Alcatraz is winning the wall. Alcatraz is now retired from the race. And a bump there from, looks like Danny Rick and Crackerjack into Vale. And now DRS is enabled, but Alcatraz has just gone out of the race. Looks like he just maybe made some slight contact. I just got it like last minute. But NBC Alcatraz is out of the race. Not some good luck so far in this season for NBC Alcatraz. A very disappointing. And we got a virtual safety car from the crash from NBC Alcatraz. So that will slow the field down now. So after 3 laps, Dougie Falcon is your current leader, and DRS is now enabled. Rowie just gets ahead of Blue Dog, and now Lunacy gained by his teammate, and he goes wide into Brooklands, and Lunacy loses positions from Reedy and Alex and moves down into 9th. Now let's look into this, a 10th place battle between Cracker and Danny Rick, and Cracker's just trying to keep his position out through cups and just maintains it so far. But look at this, Alex right behind Reedy. He's gonna get him on, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get him on DRS as soon as we get towards the hanger straight. He will get DRS, yes, there it is. And he gets DRS down the hanger straight, but I don't think that's gonna be enough for now. So Reedy will hold on into 7th place. But the Williams drivers have bad luck so far, having 5-second penalties and a gained place for illegal overtakes. So whatever position they get is going to be pretty much gone. So Dougie now just splitting the gap between the Gaming Burger at 1.5 seconds, just coasting so far. And we're going to look into second at the moment. And XJ Schmidt and Gaming Burger, it looks like XJ he's lost the DRS. He's now down 1 second. He did not get a good exit off of loop into entry, so that's going to cost him quite a bit there. And looks like Reedy and Alex are going to be tangling up there for 7th place, and Reedy goes a little bit deep into Brooklands. We're going to ride on board a little bit with Alex and see what he will do, just right behind Reedy into Woodcred, and now towards into the Cups corner, and still right behind him, only about 5/10, and Reedy did not get a great turn off of Cups and cut a pretty bad exit out of that as well. Still right behind him, and he's down into Magnus Vega. Oh, lock up there from Alex. That's going to cost him a little bit. Alex now has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, multiple corner cuts, I would assume, and he's going to get DRS, but that is not going to be enough to get towards the Toro Rosso. So far, it still holds at Dougie at first, Gaming Burger at second, XJ Schmidt at third, Dougie Falcon at, excuse me, before I said that, Gaming Burger sets the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 30.8. So pretty much what I'm going to see, though, is that if Gaming Burger wants to get his second win in a row, he might want to work on the undercut, because Crackerjack just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now the thing about the pit lane, though, in this track is that it's 37 miles an hour and it's a very early pit entry. A lot of drivers tend to get, I would say they would not pay attention to that, and that would cost them a penalty at least, but let alone it's a very early entry, because it does take a while, I would say, to get into the pits through there. So anyways, Dougie Falcon currently is in the lead. Gameberger, as I was going to say, has the fastest lap of the race. He's at a 1 minute 30.8. And it looks like he's closing the gap just a little bit, though, right behind Dougie. I think he's going to get DRS. Yes, he will, out of Chapel into the hanger straight. And we'll see what he can do down towards the hanger straight. He's got the wing open, but he does not have enough. But he gained at least 3/10 off of that from the DRS. But right now he is much closer, going wide out of Stowe, trying to put pressure on that British driver of the Mercedes of Dougie Falcon. Currently right now in the points lead, but he, of course, Hellbent has retired from the session. And Gamey Burger just set the fastest lap of the race. And we now have a safety car that just got deployed from the crash from Hellbent. There's the safety car just coming out. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Hellbent onto the commentary box. Hey, Hellbent, this is Racer X. Have you got a copy?
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Hey, so what happened exactly?
Just a shit setup.
So, did you crash, or what exactly happened?
Oh, I crashed. I couldn't hang on to it through the high-speed corners. I had too much anti-roll bar.
Oh, okay. So that's unfortunate, but, well, as we're talking, 2 drivers already now have drive-through penalties for speeding under the safety car, Robin and Alex. And now Cracker has 3 seconds for multiple warnings, so that's very costly, I would say, for quite a few of these drivers.
Yeah, it is. And my teammate for the other league is out as well, Alcatraz. So.
Yeah, I got a glimpse of what exactly I saw him crash into the wall towards the Vale chicane, but I wasn't exactly sure. I wasn't exactly sure what happened. I don't know if someone made contact or what. Now Alice gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, but like, yeah, I just saw him spun into the right side wall and and then he was just done for the race.
Yeah, I pitted for a wing before I put the hards on, and I saw him sitting at the pit entry in the wall. So.
So now we're going to get Dougie Falcon and Gaming Burger into the pits. So I'm assuming they're going to go into what I'm going to assume is probably the mediums or probably the hards from what it looks like. And Dougie's going to fit on, the medium tires. And just gets in front of the McLaren of XJ Schmidt. But now, were you guys looking maybe to like a one-stop strategy? Or were you going from medium to softs? Would you say?
I was originally on medium and medium hard or medium soft, depending on how the race played out with safety cars. But when I crashed, when I looped it on the first or second lap, I was just way out of strategy. So I went for a harder strategy, but it was a strategy on the fly.
Now, speaking of also penalties, though, Rudy and Alex both have 5-second penalties and a gain place penalty for illegal overtakes. So pretty much whatever's going to happen in this race is the race is almost over. They won't get first place. I mean, right now Alex isn't first, but I think he hasn't pitted yet. No, he has not. So pretty much the bottom runners still haven't pitted. It's Alex and Sick, but the front runners, Dougie and Gameburger and XJ, and Banana Cake Pie at least have pitted. But Dougie currently is in the penultimate P1. So who do you see favoring out in this race? Like, what would you say is your prediction?
My prediction for this race would be Gaming Burger or Dougie at the moment.
To get the race win?
Yeah.
Okay. What about second and third?
Not too sure at the moment. I'm trying to sort out some other stuff at the moment, so I can help you if you don't mind.
No worries. I mean, hey, we are live, so the more the merrier. So safety car looks like he is still going to stay out for just a little longer. I think he'll go in probably by the next lap. So the running order looks like this right now. Alex is in first, Sick is in second, Dougie in third, Gaming Burger in fourth, XJ in fifth, Banana Cake Pie in sixth, Rudy in seventh, Harass in eighth, Reedy in ninth, Rogue in 10th, Bro E in 11th, Blue Dog in 12th, Tay Lunacy in 13th, Danny Rick in 14th, Cracker Jack in 15th, Robin Hood in 16th, and Very Lazy Towel, who I think what happened though is I saw he left the session, but I'm assuming he left because of internet issues. But he's down at 17th.
The man on the move at the moment is Sick, not having a pit stop.
Yeah, neither is
Could
Alex.
play into his hands. It could play into his hands. Could not.
I mean, he could stretch those tires for a little bit longer, but I kind of don't see how it's how he's going to hang out for much longer. I mean, Alex also still hasn't hit it yet, but he's on soft tires. So the thing is, though, those tires have got to be.
Did start on the medium.
Sick did start on the medium. That is correct. Alex started on the softs, but of course we know the softs are the ones the most likely to worn out, obviously. I mean, I would probably assume those tires have got to be at least like around 35, maybe 40% of wear all around.
And I don't know what happened to my teammate. So, the very lazy towel.
Yeah, like I said, I think that the issue was internet, because I remember I mean, this is something we've had before, obviously. If, whenever you're driving, obviously you see the little graphic that says that this driver left. I would assume it's because of internet issues.
He has been having a few lately. But don't count out Smitty. Smitty's up there.
Oh, yeah.
XJ Smith.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he won Hungary a couple weeks ago. Of course, he's also one of the front runners, and leading the constructors in the McLaren team along with his teammate Cracker. The safety car is going in, and we're about to get ready to go under green for the next 19 laps until we get to the checkered flag, and we are back in green. Alex right now still in first, Sick and Destroy still right behind him in second, but Dougie, I would say right now, is holding a penultimate P1. Lunacy has a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Gaming Burger still right behind him, but not too far away. But I think the DRS will not be enabled for just a little while longer. Dougie Falcon looks like he's closing in just a little bit more closer. He's about 3/10 down from Sick and Destroy, but I think he's going to try and make the move down to the Brooklands. Alex gets a lockup there out of Brooklands, and now we go into the right-hander of Luffield, and looks like Dougie might make the move. Nope, he's just going to wait. Now we're going to go into Workcret, the old start-finish straight into Cups, wheel-to-wheel already through Cups, and Dougie will make the move and gets into second place. A good move there from the British driver. That moves him up into second place. And, of course, that will make him happy as well, because this is also his home track, so obviously this would be a great moment for him if he wins this race on his home soil.
Something's happened to Blue Dog. He's lost a lot of positions.
Yeah.
He was right behind Rowie.
He was behind Rowie. I'm not quite... He must have maybe had an incident of some sort, but he's going to get by Cracker. Or Cracker's going to get by him, excuse me. And Cracker's on the outside into Stowe. Goes wide, and there's still wheel-to-wheel down into Vale, and Cracker looks like gets the move done. And Banana Cake Pie looks like he just got ahead of Rudy, and now he's moved up into 5th place. Dougie now look on the outside of Alex, outside of the village into Loop, and he gets the over-under move done, and now he's back into first place of the British Grand Prix.
Rogue has spun.
Rogue has spun? Yes, he has spun. He spun into the wall. Looks like into village, actually out of village into Loop. And he's lost, looks like the tires may have overheated, so he's losing quite a bit of grip on those tires. And Gaming Burger's losing ground. What's happened to him? Oh, he's in the grass of Brooklands. He's lost grip in those tires. Oh, no, I don't know. What exactly happened to him? Contact?
There was something there because Alex has lost a lot of space as well.
Yeah, he went down into 9th. He was in first for a little bit. Well, except he got passed by Dougie out of Loop. So, yeah, that's very costly for Gaming Burger. He was in the podium position. So now Rudy is in podium position, but he's got the 3 cars, the Renault and the Racing Point of Banana Cake Pie and Stick and Destroy right behind him. But XJ and Harass not too far behind him either. It's pretty much a 5-car train, and Harass is into the grass. And, ooh, does he give up the position? Yes, he does. He does give it up to Reedy. DRS is now back to being enabled. But a costly error there from Harass there out of Vale, and he's lost ground already.
Alex is in the pit. Those softs must have gone off.
Yeah.
The 10 laps on softs is good.
Yeah, that was a good run there, but he's pretty much lost the race, I would say, after whatever happened to him after losing so much positions. Let's go back up to the battle between Banana Cake Pie, Sick and Destroy, and XJ. But XJ just right behind Sick and Destroy, but Sick is going to have to hit probably within the next, maybe like the next 3 or 4 laps, because he's probably not going to make those medium tires last very long. So now XJ is right next to him, wheel to wheel into Cups, and gets the advantage to Cups and gets 4th place. Now, may I remind you, Hellbent, though, that there's, at least from what I can look, from what I can see, at least 7 drivers on the hard tires. So looks like if like the medium runners like Rudy and Falcon lose grip, Banana K-Pie can use those hard tires to go to his advantage. Now we see Harass getting back into 6th place. He's still wheel to wheel though with Reedy into Vale, and just close, still wheel to wheel, and he's got Roey right behind him, right behind Harass. Does he get the move? Oh, what a brilliant double overtake there from Roey. Brilliant move, and Lunacy right behind him makes, oh no! Reedy is spun around into Farmer's Curve. And a lot of drivers had to go to the grass, including Blue Dog. So now Reedy also had a costly error there. Rogue has a 3-second penalty. Oh shoot, that's no good there from the Toro Rosso. Reedy was having a somewhat good race in the top 10. Now he's dropped down to 14th, losing nearly 7 positions. So yeah, but now we're seeing Alex in the pits. He was in the pits, it looks like, quite for some time. Maybe he had a stop and go penalty as well. XJ now has a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, so that could be costly there if he gets by Banana Cake Pie, because he could end up, well, with Rudy having the 1-place gain penalty as well, Rudy would move into 3rd and Banana Cake Pie would be in 2nd, but if XJ gets by Banana Cake Pie, by the way, Banana Cake Pie hasn't had a penalty yet, XJ would not get podium. And pretty much right now we got a separation between Rudy and Dougie. He's now got the gap to 2 seconds between him and the Williams of Rudy.
Rui did not get away from the other 2 cars, Lunacy and Harass. And we have Danny Rick all over Cracker.
Yeah, I could see right now.
And Blue Dog's involved.
Yep, and Blue Dog is involved. He's just about 4/10 behind him, and Danny Rick is about 3/10 behind Cracker. He's going to get DRS down the Wellington straight. But will he make the move? It doesn't look like he will. Cracker seems to be weaving a little bit there. Goes to the inside. Nope, he does not. He stays there down Brooklyn's. Now we go towards the left field, and he goes a little bit wide there, but still right behind him at the moment. And looks like Harass, and oh, look at this, a 3-way battle between Harass, Roey, and Lunacy, and a little bit of wheel banger there between Harass and Roey, but Harass manages to get by him. Now we go into Maggots and Beckett's, and Roey still behind him. He will get DRS, but so will Harass. So pretty much Lunacy is a sitting duck down the hanger straight, and Harass gets by him. Looks like he's going to get by him just easily. Yep, he does, into Stowe, and moves up into 6th place. So after having a costly error there out of Vale a few laps ago, Harass has now moved up into 6th place. Sick and Destroy still he's right now currently in 5th, but he will have to pit very soon. I'm going to assume he's going to go into the hard tires as well, just like the 7 other cars that are out there on the hard tires as well. So we'll see.
Gaming Burger just got the position back on Blue Dog.
Yes, he did. He did get him by, and Danny Rick is still behind Crackerjack at the moment. Out of loop and into the Wellington straight we go. Crackerjack in And Danny down the Wellington straight. He's got DRS. Danny Rick has DRS. Which way is he going to go? He goes to the inside of Brooklands, and he gets him into Brooklands and moves up into 9th place. Sorry for the interruption there.
You're right.
So pretty much we got 13 laps to go until the checker flag goes out, and Dougie Falcon leading the way in his home Grand Prix, over 2 seconds ahead of the Williams of Rudy, but XJ and Banana Cake Pie are in 3rd and 4th, and Sick and Destroy in 5th, but we'll have to pit very soon. Harass will most likely will get 5th as soon as Sick pits, and Cracker now gets by Danny Rick into Stowe.
He used DRS to get that move done.
Yes, he did. He did get off the hanger straight. So now he's moved up in the top 10. Good job there from the McLaren. Of course, McLaren right now leading the way in the constructors' title, but pretty much they need to at least get in the top 10, maybe even outpace Dougie to at least be leading the constructors ahead of the Mercedes.
Gaming Burger has Danny Rick.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he has not. Gaming Burger has gotten by him out of Aintree and easily gets into 10th place. Now he's got Cracker in his sights into Brooklands. And it looks like we have a caution in sector 2. What's happened there?
Rowie has spun.
It's Rowie spun, yep. I was about to say, yeah, Rowie just spun into Brooklands. And he's moved down now into 12th place. So far, still a little bit of battle there.
Gaming Burger did get the move done.
Yeah,
the old pits.
Yeah, he just did. Just got by the McLaren. I mean, so far it's been a pretty interesting battle between the two Alphas and the McLaren, and now Gaming Burger's a sitting duck, and Cracker's going to go on the outside into Stowe. We'll see if he makes the move. Dougie sets the fastest lap, 129.9. Does not make the move out of Stowe. Goes wide out of Stowe, but now goes on the inside. Will he go into Vale? No. Stays behind the Alpha at the moment, but Gaming Burger still getting the 8th spot now. Oh, okay, now Sick has gone to the pits, and will he go into the hard compound tires? And looks like no, he's fit onto the soft tires.
Well, he's only got 10 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, Alex did go 10 laps on the soft tires as well, so he can go all the way, though, with the soft tires, but he just got to make sure he conserves it.
And Sick will have burnt off all his fuel.
Let's move back up with the Alphas and the McLaren, and Cracker Jack's still right behind Gaming Burger, though. Oh, Cracker just got a little bit sideways there out of Luffield. And now he's lost some ground there. Now going to Cups, and yeah, it looks like Gaming Burger just gained a little bit of more ground, and but Cracker still has DRS, and Cracker, yep, I saw that. He cut that corner out back into Beckett's. Now that's a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's his first penalty now.
There's one thing about Cracker, he doesn't give up.
Nope, he does not give up. I mean, in Hungary, though, he had his best finish, I would say, in the season. He finished 4th. Also had a great start there a couple weeks ago, going into 1st for a little while. So far, Dougie Falcon still maintained 1st. He's now gained the gap into almost 3.5 seconds ahead of Rudy. XJ is still behind Rudy, and he's now right behind a lap car. Yep, that is very lazy tell, but that's not going to matter because he is not even connected because of internet issues. The one thing, though, I would say about Towel and Alcatraz, though, they do seem like they have the worst luck out of, like, a lot of the drivers I've seen. Towel has had times where he'd be in the podium spots, but the penalties would kill him, or he would have a moment and just retire, but then retire out of frustration. But Alcatraz also has the same way too sometimes as well.
Oh, everybody's an aggressive driver in the league.
I mean, of course, when you're a driver, yeah, you tend to be really aggressive. You also want to try to get that win or whatever the case may be. So we can see, looks like Lunacy and Harasso having a little tango here out of Stowe. Lunacy's only about 3/10 behind him. If he can manage to keep that gap, he could get DRS going into the Wellington Straight and see if he can get back into fifth place. If he does, that would probably be his highest position that he's had this season so far. Toro Rosso, though, I would say has had some good races, finishing in the top 10. But what has killed him, though, in recent times has been penalties or even racing incidents. But so far, only Tay Lunacy kind of seems to be carrying the team at the moment. And looks like, as I was speaking about them, Reedy gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
That is Reedy's Achilles heel.
I would say I would agree with you on that because he does tend to cut corners. I mean, the thing, and since like we are on strict corner cutting, this track is pretty notorious for that. Like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Ben, that Cops, Maggots, and Beckett's are like the most notorious corners to at least corner cut. And Stowe a little bit as well, but depending how wide you go, because mostly they go wide in terms of track advantage. But those corners, I would say, is the Achilles heel to at least get penalties. As we're gonna look on board with Row E, he's gonna get DRS on Danny Rick. Danny Rick's literally just a sitting duck, and he gets by him into Stowe and moves up into 9th. So now Row E has moved up into 9th place, but it looks like Danny Rick's going to go. Oh, he's going to the pits now. And Cracker now has a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That is now 6 seconds added to him. So what's your thoughts about the race so far from your perspective, Hellben, in this race?
I think Harass is the dark horse in this race. He always has been. People are just making simple mistakes, like myself. But I think people just haven't got their strategy right. Some drivers have and some drivers haven't.
Yeah, the one thing I would say about Harass that gets me intrigued is that he's the driver that has the least amount of penalties. He tries to not get into a lot of incidents. He's probably the cleanest driver, I would say, on the grid. And he's also very clever and very smart in terms of strategies.
And he's a nice guy.
He is a very nice guy, too. Very nice guy to the interview. I mean, hey, I did interview him earlier today, and he actually looked pretty good. And Gaming Burger gets by Tay Lunacy into 6th place. Just gained the DRS out of Hanger Straight, and it now moves up to the 6th, and now he's got Harass in his sights. And he's not far away from him either, just about 7/10 behind, and will get the DRS.
This is a great recovery from him for that spin.
Yeah, after that spin, and I think it was in loop. Yeah, moving from, I think it was at 14th from when we saw he crashed. Now moving up into 6th. Moving up 8 spots. I mean, this is, moving up into 8 spots. This has been some fantastic racing from him. And he's gonna get on the inside of Harass and into Brooklyn's wheel-to-wheel, into Luffield, still wheel-to-wheel there. Harass gets the far better advantage. Gameburger has to go a little wide, does not touch the gravel though, but now he's right behind him into Woodcret, into Cops. Harass has the far better advantage, but I think from the way it looks is that Gameburger will wait until the DRS comes to play for him as they go into Maggots and Beckett's just literally right behind him. Moroe gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And so does Cracker. Now that's 9 seconds. And Lunacy just cut the grass there as well. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty for that. And Gamberger gets by Harasso out of Stowe. This is pretty good battle, though, between this Alpha and the Red Bull. And Gamberger looks like he's just maintaining the spot right now and sticks in 5th place.
Looks like Dougie Falcons just did the fastest lap with a 1:29.7.
Of course, he is the fastest driver on the grid, so he is also notorious for setting a lot of the fastest laps of the race. So pretty much if he stays like this, he's got the Triple Crown, pole position, fastest lap, pole position, and will win the race if he can hang on, and will get the Triple Crown. Yeah, so if Dougie Falcon wins this race, this would be his 5th win of the WRL F1 series, and that would increase his gap between him and XJ Schmidt. So yeah, in the standings currently, if you want to know, he's only about 21 points ahead of XJ Schmidt, and 32 points ahead of Banana Cake Pie. And right now, XJ Schmidt and Banana Cake Pie are in 3rd and 4th. So pretty much this would be a good advantage for him now that we have this is our 9th race, and we're gonna go into, we have like 6 races to go. So pretty much if Dougie pulls off the top 5 for all the races, he could most likely win the championship.
And the highest place driver or person that's moved up the grid is Crackerjack, 10 places.
He has. He if you remember, I don't know if you've noticed, but he was one of the drivers not to set a time in qualifying. I don't know if it was because of he just retired or in the pits, or if he just invalidated his lap repeatedly, but he's been having a solid race though.
I think he did bottle it on all these qualifying laps.
Yeah, I probably would agree on that. So now Sick and Destroy gets a penalty, and so does Reedy for multiple warnings. And we're going to see Harass and Lunacy battle, and into Stowe. Harass stays behind Lunacy at the very moment, but he could get the advantage of DRS going into the Wellington straight, right behind him into the Vale chicane, and still right behind him, and yeah, no, never mind. He's got by him wheel to wheel out of clubs and pushes Lunacy off the track, and Lunacy gets ahead of him out of that corner into Abbey. Oh, he's run the grass. Nope, he's gone. He spun it. He spun it and hit the wall. The one thing though about that corner though, when you go into Abbey, you touch the grass or the ripple strip, it's pretty much you're done. You will have no grip, and you're just going to go slamming into the wall.
That's a very hard corner for people to get used to.
I probably would agree on that, especially when Sick and Destroy gets 5 seconds of corner cutting. But the thing is, though, that's a very fast corner. Abbey and Farmer's Curve, you're going to be averaging maybe close to 160 or 170 miles an hour down there. And not to mention you got a lot of cars all around you. So sometimes that corner causes quite some chain reaction as well.
Is Alex going for the fastest lap? He's in the pits with Danny Rick. I don't know why Danny Rick's in the pits, Steve.
I don't know why either, but he's gone on the soft, so I'm thinking that he's going to try to go for the fastest lap. Yep, he's going on the soft tires. If he wants to get the fastest lap, he needs to set a 129 or better.
And we have Schmidt in the pits.
This as well. Those tires must have faded on real quick, so now he's going onto the soft tires as well. Alex just got out of the pits ahead of Banana Cake Pie, but of course the rule is that, or the update I should say, is if you're a lap car, your car is ghosted. Oh, there's a safety car deployed. Okay, that makes sense. Why? Could you catch what happened with the safety car? Why the safety
No,
car was
I
deployed?
missed it.
No,
I'm
I didn't
sorry?
see. That's okay. I mean, I couldn't see what happened either. You know, the thing was, like, in Belgium, though, the first safety car was a mystery, though, because no one retired after the first corner. That was the only reason I don't know what the incident was about. Like, I never saw anyone retire or anything like that, but yeah, it's really interesting. So now we got the safety car deployed. So pretty much we could see a safety car finish. This is probably the first time I've ever seen it finish this way.
That'd be disappointing.
Yeah, you know, you always want that a classic finish, but I mean, unless we're
Dougie Falcons will win his home race.
He's close to. Well, the safety car is going in this lap. Maybe it must have came out for one lap or 2 laps. I didn't even catch it. But anyway, safety car is coming in this lap. We have 3 laps to go. And Reedy gets 10 seconds for exceeding track limits under the safety car. And the driver's coming out of the final corner. Yep, and we are back to being green flag racing. Dougie Falcon still maintaining first, and Rudy right behind him in second. But remember, he does have that 1 second, 1 place gain penalty, along with a 5-second penalty along with that. Then FK5 right behind him in third, and Gaming Burger in fourth. But oh, what a move! A dive bomb there from Harass at a Village. XJ Schmidt going underneath Gaming Burger, wheel to wheel through loop and now into entry, and XJ gets by him. Wow. 3 wide into Brooklyn's, and Gaming Burger still in 5th, and wheel to wheel between Harass and Roe, and Harass gets ahead of him out of Brooklyn's. That was an interesting restart under the safety car. Now we're under 2 laps to go. Dougie Falcon still in first. Alex now has a 5-second penalty for ignoring a blue flag. Rudy right behind him, but Banana Cake Pie closing in. He will get the DRS to get by the Williams into the hangar straight. Gaming Burger has 3 seconds. He has a 3-second penalty. That's going to cost him there. Actually, I would take that back. DRS was not enabled. So it must have not enabled after the safety car. So pretty much we're going to see the final lap without DRS help. As now we're going to have Dougie come around the final time and start the final lap of the British Grand Prix. Alex is retired from the session. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but XJ Schmidt just at the fastest lap of the race. And Banana Cake Pie. And oh, XJ Schmidt trying to get underneath the racing point of Banana Cake Pie. Goes underneath, does the over-under move in the loop, and gets by him into entry, wheel to wheel, out of entry, still wheel to wheel, banging wheels. That did not give him any room out of towards the grass. Into Brooklyn's, and XJ Schmidt gets by him.
Banana Cake gets a penalty because of it.
Yep, he exceeded track limits as well, but XJ Schmidt didn't give him any room going out of entry. So pretty much looking like to be a lineup for Dougie Falcon to win not just his home race, but his 5th ever race win this season of WRO. As he goes down the chapel towards the hangar straight. Garker gets another penalty for multiple warnings. Just only 4 more corners to go into Stowe. And Dougie Falcon in the Mercedes coming towards Vale. XJ has a 3-second penalty. Will that cost him once they get across the line? Dougie Falcon coming towards clubs for the final time, and Dougie Falcon wins the British Grand Prix. And Rudy finishes in second. Harass finishes in third. Banana Cake Pie finishes in fourth. And XJ Schmidt, because of penalties, moves down to sixth, while Gaming Bird gets ahead of him in fifth. Roe finishes in seventh. Blue Dog in eighth. Rogue gets ahead of Cracker Jack in ninth, and in 10th is Cracker Jack, and along with it, behind him is Sick and Destroy. Reedy finishes in 12th. Tay Lunacy coming around for the final time for the Toro Rosso team to finish in 13th. Danny Rick will finish in 14th for the Alfa Romeo. So the Alfa is finishing in 5th and 14th. And Very Lazy Talon will come around the final time, lap down, and will finish in 15th, even though he was on AI. Robin Hood Lawyer right behind him and coming towards the four final corners will maintain 16th. As Robin lost it into the pits, and he's in the pits into the wall and lost his front wing. So Robin Hood Lawyer will finish 16th, but Dougie Falcon getting his 5th race win of WRML and gets another big win for Mercedes and takes it in his home soil. Rudy gets second, followed by Harass, who had a brilliant drive. The dark horse, like Hellbent mentioned, rounding off the podium spots. So any final thoughts, Hellbent, about this race?
No, it was a good race. Good to see Dougie win, in a way. See him win his home race.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always a special feeling once you win a home race. I mean, Lewis Hamilton's won in Britain 6 times, so gotta like the feeling, especially the fact that he did it in a Mercedes. So, and for the roundup of the final time, Dougie Falcon gets the win. Rudy in second, Harass in third, Banana Cake Pie in fourth, Gaming Burger in fifth, SJ Schmidt in sixth, Roe in seventh, Blue Dog in eighth, Rogue Wayne in ninth, Cracker Jack in 10th, Sick and Destroy in 11th, Reedy in 12th, Taylor Lunacy in 13th, Danny Rick in 14th, Very Lazy Talent in 15th, Robin Hood Lawyer in 16th, Alex in 17th, Hellbent, who of course was in the commentary booth with me, and this was 18th, and NBC Alcatraz rounding off the grid. So that is it for round 9 of the Wannabes Racing League. Now we've got to move on to Spielberg in Austria. So, Hellbent, just real quickly, what are you going to expect into the Austrian Grand Prix next week?
Oh, the Austrian Grand Prix is a short track, so you really need to be on your game about your tyre strategy, or you will end up a lap down very easily, and keeping out of mistakes.
Yep.
Keeping out of trouble, no mistakes, and it's a fast track.
It is a fast track too, yes, and it's also one of the easiest tracks, I would say, on the F1 calendar. It's the shortest track too, also on the F1 calendar, but it should be made for some exciting racing. I feel like anybody could win that race, especially whoever the front runners will be, and I think we're going to see some exciting racing going forward. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. My name is Racer X, along with Hellbent, alongside me. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.